Okay, so there's been a massive announcement about a new air defense project, codenamed the T-Dome. We're talking about a multi-billion-dollar plan to build this huge shield over Taiwan. But what is it really? And more importantly, can it actually handle the incredible threats it's up against? All right, let's break it down. So the name T-Dome, it's impossible not to immediately think of Israel's famous Iron Dome, right? And that's really the big question we're going to dig into here. Is this thing truly a Taiwanese version of the Iron Dome? Well, the answer is a lot more complicated and honestly way more fascinating than you might think. To really get what this shield is all about, first we have to understand the weapons it's designed to stop. Because when it comes to air defense, the simple laws of physics, they change everything. The challenge Taiwan is facing is just fundamentally different from the one Israel deals with. Okay, just look at the sheer difference in scale on this slide. It's wild. On one side, you've got the Qassam rocket. It's pretty slow, it's unguided, and it just follows a simple, predictable curve through the air. On the other side, a Dongfeng ballistic missile. We're talking over 10 times the speed of sound, it can actively maneuver, and it comes screaming back into the atmosphere like a meteorite. Trying to intersect these two things, they're not even in the same league. It's a completely different universe of engineering. And that Qassam rocket? It's fired from pretty basic hardware, a lot like the multiple rocket launcher you're seeing here. Yeah, it's a saturation weapon, but technologically, it's pretty simple. The threat Taiwan is looking at comes from an arsenal that is just worlds more advanced and powerful. So here's the crucial point to get. A ballistic missile isn't just a faster rocket. It's a completely different beast. It launches way, way up into the upper atmosphere, sometimes even into space, before it comes plunging back down on its target at insane speeds. I mean, trying to hit something moving that fast is one of the single greatest challenges in modern warfare. So if the T-Dome isn't just a copy of the Iron Dome, then what is it exactly? Okay, let's peel back the layers and take a look at the actual architecture they've designed to deal with this high-speed, high-altitude threat. Right, so instead of one single system, the T-Dome is actually an integrated network of 3 separate defensive layers. The best way to think about it is like a series of nets. The first net is cast way up high to catch those super fast threats at their peak. Anything that manages to slip through gets caught by a second, mid-altitude net. And then finally, there's a last layer close to the ground to clean up everything else. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, the actual hardware in each layer. Up at the top, for those high-altitude ballistic missile intercepts, they're using Taiwan's own indigenous Tien Kung, or strongbow, system. Just below that, the mid-high layer is a mix of the battle-proven US Patriot PAC-3 and Taiwan's own Tien Kung III. And then down low, they're using the really capable NASM system, plus something really interesting. Mobile platoons that can fire missiles like the AIM-9X, which are normally on fighter jets, right, from the ground. Okay, having all these different launchers and missiles is one thing. But making them all work together like a single coordinated shield, that's a whole other problem. That requires a really powerful and sophisticated brain that can connect every single sensor to every single shooter in real time. And that brain is the IBCS. The Integrated Battle Command System is basically the secret sauce here. It means a low-altitude radar could spot a threat and instantly pass that data to a high-altitude Patriot battery to make the kill. Any sensor can talk to any shooter. This creates this incredibly resilient and flexible web that's way, way harder for an attacker to take down. But the threat isn't just about ballistic missiles anymore. There's a whole new danger that low-altitude layer is specifically built to counter. And this quote here really nails it. The new goal is to just overwhelm defenses with pure numbers, using massive swarms of cheap, smart drones. And this is the platform designed to do it. The Jiutian drone mothership. I mean, just look at these specs. It can reportedly carry and launch up to 100 drones. It can fly at 15,000 meters. That's way out of reach for a lot of systems. And it has an operational range of 7,000 kilometers. It's basically a flying beehive, designed to act like airborne artillery, just saturating and exhausting a defender's entire missile supply. And that right there brings us to the ultimate challenge for any air defense system, no matter how advanced it is. It's a brutal, simple question of arithmetic. The saturation problem. Can your shield survive an attack that is simply too big to handle? This is it. This is the most critical question of all. It's not just about having the fanciest technology, it's about having enough of it. In military lingo, they call this magazine depth. Do you have enough bullets or in this case, incredibly expensive interceptor missiles, to actually last the fight. Because those interceptors are unbelievably expensive. The total estimated price tag for the T-Dome project is a staggering 400 billion new Taiwan dollars. That is a massive national investment, and it really underscores the sheer scale of this challenge. And here's the kind of math that keeps military planners awake at night. Analysis from the RAND Corporation suggests that just to defend its airspace for the first day or two of a major conflict, Taiwan would need somewhere between 1,200 and 1,800 of these high-end interceptors. That is a colossal number. This quote from that same RAND analysis is, well, it's pretty blunt. It suggests that without a massive upgrade, key air bases, the places fighter jets take off from, could be knocked out of action in just a matter of hours. The window of time to even mount a defense is terrifyingly short. So this all boils down to what analysts call the 2-hour window problem. See, an attacker can launch waves of missiles every couple of hours. Each wave forces the defender to fire off more of its precious, expensive interceptors. Eventually, the attacker can win just by making the defender run out of ammo. It becomes a brutal war of attrition. Which leads us to our final thought. Given the physics, the incredible cost, and the brutal math of saturation, maybe we've been asking the wrong question all along. Is the T-Dome really meant to be some kind of impenetrable permanent shield? Or is its true strategic purpose to be a clock? A tool designed not to win the war on its own, but to buy just enough time for help to arrive.